Tonight, the code of silence that allows criminals to get away with murder. It is a simple message: stop snitching. Fueled by a distrust of the police, rappers trying to sell records, and big money companies promoting them, the stop snitching message tells people don't cooperate with the police no matter what. And that has led to a crisis in many inner city communities where violent crimes like assault and rape and murder are going unsolved. For rap stars like Cameron, saying stop snitching helps sell records. It's good for business because it helps him and others maintain street cred. I sat down with him for a 60 Minutes interview. Take a look. If there's a serial killer living next door to you, though, and you know that person is, killing people, would you be a snitch if you called police and told them?
If I knew the serial killer was living next door to me?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call and tell anybody on him, but I'll probably move, but I'm not going to call and be like, the serial killer's in 4E.
A few days after that interview aired, Cameron clarified his position. In a statement, he said after he was shot multiple times, he didn't cooperate with police because he feared it would make him a bigger target of criminal violence. He called it the dark reality of so many neighborhoods like his. But he also added this apology: "Please understand that I was expressing my own personal frustration at my own personal circumstances. I in no way was intending to be malicious or harmful. I apologize deeply for this error in judgment." Over the next hour, we're going to deal with the stop snitching issue, the crisis, really. We'll talk to the Reverend Al Sharpton, hip-hop mogul Russell Simmons, and host of America's Most Wanted, John Walsh. But we begin with the death of Busta Rhymes' bodyguard, witnessed by 25 people at least, which has gone unsolved because of this deadly code of silence.
Israel Ramirez, Izzy to his friends, had a great sense of humor. He loved to laugh, and he loved his 3 sons.
He was a beautiful dad, and he's a missed dad. A very missed dad.
One cold winter night last year, his life ended abruptly in a hail of bullets in front of this Brooklyn recording studio. New York Police Commissioner Ray Kelly says at least 25 people saw the shooting, but nobody is talking.
None have cooperated with the police, so we're at a standstill in this investigation. People say, we didn't see it, we're looking the other way, or they'll say, frankly, ask Busta Rhymes. We have to work in this industry, so he was there, ask him.
Israel Ramirez was a bodyguard to rap star Busta Rhymes, and he thought he was a close friend. Rhymes was filming a music video with other big-name rappers that night. Kelly says Rhymes was standing right next to Ramirez when he was shot.
We would like to think that any citizen, when a close friend, a confidant, is murdered right next to them, will give us some bit of information. He's given nothing. He has not cooperated with us at all.
And that's happening in a growing number of murder cases across the country. Witnesses are refusing to come forward. Part of it is fear of retribution and a long-standing distrust of the police in some inner-city communities. But Kelly and others also blame a big-money message that record companies are selling hard. Stop snitching, as in don't talk to the cops no matter what.
If a chick can't swim, she gon' drown.
It's a message rappers preach to prove their tough ghetto roots and keep up their street cred. And the young fans are buying it up.
A lot of these people are millionaires. They're no longer in any hood at all. They are not rapping about something they've been through. They're saying anything they need to say to make money.
Busta Rhymes did offer these words to his former bodyguard, Izzy, at the end of a music video.
Just wanted to make sure that people seen this so they know that you ain't dying in vain. Love you and I miss you, homie. Hope we made you proud.
But for Ramirez's former partner and the mother of one of his children, that's not nearly enough. She's still holding out hope that Rhymes or someone will speak up to help find Izzy's killer.
I would never lose hope. I actually think something will come about one day because someone, somewhere, is actually going to just clear their own conscience because they're going to have to.
Until then, whoever shot Israel Ramirez is free to kill again.
Stephanie Hires is the former girlfriend of Israel Ramirez. She's also the mother of his son, Styles. I spoke to her and the Reverend Al Sharpton. There were as many as 25 witnesses, and no one has come forward to tell police what they saw. What do you think?
I think it's a shame that so many people can actually sleep at night and not be able to just tell what happened, what took place. I couldn't understand how the precinct could receive so many calls at one time and no one seen anything, no one gave any information, not even a picture, not even a written anything, just anything. You could have went into a magazine, cut out pieces of paper, and made up a letter and sent it out to the precinct. Not necessarily saying your name or how involved you were in the situation. Just anything to help.
You want justice for Izzy?
Yeah, I do. He deserved justice. He was doing a job, and he lost his life doing a job. And the person he was bodyguarding felt safe when he was around him. So, yeah, justice needs to be served.
Reverend Sharpton, does it surprise you that no one has come forward to at least just even anonymously tell police what they saw?
It alarms me. I think that when we create a climate where people in some code of nonsense say that we are protecting murderers and thuggery and drug dealers, what was the fear of those in the past, before our times, and even when I was younger, that they didn't want to be misused by law enforcement. Now that kind of fear is being manipulated and played on by those that have put our community under siege. And I think that this is an incredible situation that must be fought, it must be exposed, and this exploitation must stop.
I got a lot of emails from people saying, look, you don't understand in African-American communities the historic distrust of the police. But this goes much beyond just historic and very reasonable distrust at times of the police. This is a message that's being marketed and manipulated.
No, I think that there's genuine mistrust of the police, and I think that many people have that mistrust based on conduct. But I think that to submit and to succumb to saying, therefore, I'm going to become the silent protectors of those that will commit crimes against my community is not the answer. No one raises more questions than I do about police. The answer is to make the police departments operate fairly and evenly for everyone. The answer is not to tell criminals, you ain't got to worry about being brought to justice here, because the next step will be, when we fight police cases, then those that testify there are told you shouldn't be talking.
Well, Reverend Sharpton, what responsibility do these hip-hop artists, and the record companies, these multi-billion-dollar, multi-million-dollar record companies that are behind them, what responsibility, what role should they play? Because they're the ones right now, wearing the Stop Snitching T-shirts and calling each other snitches and spreading this message.
I think that when we look at these huge corporations that are benefiting from it, that are really exploiting our community, we've got to call them in accountability there. Just like they stopped rap records that they felt were anti-police, now we've got records where they're really making our communities victims. Two of the icons in that world, Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls, we haven't even resolved their murders. That cheapens the lives of all in our community when people can just be murdered and people walk away like they didn't even kill a human being.
Stephanie, for you, this isn't, some political argument. This isn't some thing out there. This is very real. Your former partner, the father of your, beautiful son, was shot to death by all accounts, by police accounts, in front of Busta Rhymes, in front of maybe as many as 25 other people. What would you say to a Busta Rhymes who hasn't been willing to even tell police what he saw?
I would like to know, what can he tell my son when he wants to know what happened to his dad? I would like to know him as a dad. What could someone tell your children if it happened to you? How can they feel? They have no one to call, no one to say daddy to, no one to run to, speak to, just to get a hug, just to say I love you.
I hope someone comes forward and talks about what they see. I hope Busta Rhymes comes forward and at least tells police what he saw.
I sleep well at night, and I wake up with a smile, so it's okay.
Stephanie, thanks.
Thank you.
Reverend Sharpton, appreciate you being on the program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Straight ahead, the big money being made by the hip-hop industry and the message it preaches. See a crime, even a killing, and say nothing. In a phrase, a deadly phrase, stop snitching. He says the message is killing our kids. He says don't blame the messenger. Russell Simmons, Jeffrey Canada, two passionate voices, one vital issue, your decision.